Morning, how are you? Hypothetically, if someone was to get petrol on their lawn, would you suggest set fire to it or rinse it in? Welcome back to the second half of my video. So, 17 days ago or thereabouts, Mr. Adam Jones and I did a mini reno on my back lawn. Because it needed it, we'd had some work done next door and we'd had track marks from excavators, etc. But also to hopefully bring you some content that might assist you in taking your lawn from a 4 out of 10 to an 8 out of 10. And you know, for this channel's a lot different to a lot of the other lawn channels that you might see, where they might have their full-time focus is making their lawn look as good as possible. My reality is that we've got a German Shepherd who you probably saw barking at the gimbal before, that goes to the toilet on this lawn. And I've got 3 kids that actively use it, and we're also now 7 days a week with Kids Sport. I'm running 3 companies, so I'm doing this as a very part-time thing. And I think that the reality is, I'm probably more like the majority than the minority, right? Lawn becomes something that I care about, or lawn's something that I want to have that's nice, but it's also a small slice of the pie that is my life. So anyway, 2 weeks ago and some change, nearly 3 weeks ago, we applied some acetylprin, we applied some fertilizer, we applied a wetting agent, and obviously I've been irrigating it pretty well. Like, this has been watered quite aggressively, but Dylan obviously hasn't seen it since then, and the first thing he said when he came back is like, wow, this looks really good. So it has come back well. I still have this ridiculous amounts of ryegrass growing here from when we did an oversow. So note to anyone, if you are considering oversowing a couch with a rye, be careful what you wish for, because sometimes if you change your mind, it's very hard to get rid of. And you can do it with chemicals, but this has been treated 2 or 3 times with Monument, and it's still a lot of rye. Anyway, today I'm going to give it an edge and a mow and a blow, and a mow and a blow, and whatever order people do. I'm using my Scott Bonner 20-inch Unicorn, which Jonesy reckons is in complete disrepair, and the blades are blunt and it's just going to shred things, so sorry Jonesy. I've got my steel rotary scissors, which are my favourite tool, and for some reason they're on an angle, but whatever. And a Husqvarna petrol blower, which I have used to blow off all of the bark chips, gum nuts, whatever else is here. You'll also notice there's some dead spots from glyphosate. At the end of the video, I'm going to treat those with my special recipe, or I guess my hack for trying to manage dog weed burn on your lawn. So stay tuned. At the end of the video, I'll talk about that. If you haven't subscribed and you are a fan, please do so. If you're enjoying the content, let us know. Hit us up in the comments. And if you've got any questions whatsoever, ask away. We are here to help. So yeah, anyway, I better get to it. I think I need a longer shaft. That's all. It hurts my back. Oh, all right. So as I said, steel rotary scissors, my favorite tool. Doesn't have to be steel. It's the only ones I've used, so I don't really have any other comparison. Also, hashtag not sponsored. I bought that. So now I'm just going to run a mower over. I'm not going to go too low. I have a bad habit, and I'm well known for just scalping lawns unnecessarily. So I really want to get this looking good, so that my family can enjoy it, and ultimately that's what lawns are for. So we get a lot of questions on the socials. We're probably landing at somewhere around 100 a day at the moment, which is ridiculous, and you know, sometimes we fall behind. So if you're on that list and you're like, yeah dickhead, I have messaged you, we're getting to it. But one of the most common things is a photo of a patchy lawn that's heavily compacted and sporadic weeds, and the question, how do I make my lawn better? And the process that we've gone through here is pretty much that. If it's compact, it needs coring, and if it's not growing, it needs feeding. And then obviously if you've got weed problems, then you might need to treat it with something. And so the weed and feed pack is key for that. So Trojan and NSFW. And then alternatively, if you don't have a weed problem, which a lot of people don't, or they're not as concerned about it, then the Lawn Builder pack is something. So we're probably selling those 2 packs as the highest 2 packs on the website. The Lawn Builder pack, perfect for a homeowner that's like, I don't want to be a hero. I just want to make it nicer. I want my family to be able to enjoy the lawn. I don't want to have to worry about spraying with a pressure sprayer or whatever. Although the Roots and Shoots probably could do with that, but you can use the watering can. So if you ever want to do something like that, I'd look at those 2 packs. Anyway, time to mow. Far out, I am unfit. So Jonesy is right, and I don't ever want you to show him this, but the blades are pretty bad. You can see it's ripping the grass. I probably should have mowed a week ago, and so you're going to start, you'll see some whiteness in this. We didn't scarify, so if I was really conscious to take it to the next level and get this done properly, I would have had my mower sharpened before spring, and I would have done a scarification. Did we do a scarification? I don't think we did, we just caught it. We just mowed it low. So I've got a verticutter, which I'll use to clean it up. All of this stuff here, all of this dead stuff here, we don't want. We want to get rid of that. So that was wet and I haven't watered. So I'm taking a fair bit off. I really should have mowed it a little bit earlier. As you can see, you know, when you don't mow it for a while, you get, I mean, that's the rye, so it's not fair, but you get this yellowing because you're taking off too much of the grass. So you'll hear people talk about this 1/3 rule. You don't want to take more than 1/3 of the lawn off at any one time. When you do that, you start to get this yellowing. It'll grow out, no worries, but there's some really like promising areas that, you know, if I had, you look at like that, if you're mowing it regularly, if my whole lawn looked like that, I'd be really happy, like that there. So, you know, it's not hard. It's like anything, once you learn what to do, it's quite simple, and you just have to kind of repeat those processes. But obviously I have a short attention span, and I have, anyway. All right, so you've got a dog and you're struggling with the wee burns on your lawn. I'm going to talk to you about what I do to manage that at my house, and hopefully it'll give you some ideas at your place. So the reality is, if you have a dog and it's using your lawn as a toilet, it's going to kill your lawn or at least stunt it in some way. Now, there's plenty of people that talk about dog rocks, yogurt, changing diets, all that jazz. I have not found any of that to work, and in fact, you know, some people will say that the dog rocks can be damaging to the dog's internals. I don't know. I'm not a scientist by any means. What I do know is what will help your lawn grow back. Now, if you've had a seeded grass that's had a dog go to the toilet on there and kill the seeded grass, it's not going to regenerate. So this only works for a regenerative grass. But the two things that I do to manage the burns as best as I can are as follows. One, I run an irrigation cycle every morning for 3 to 5 minutes in this area and over there on my main part of my lawn. I don't do it up the side of the house because the dog doesn't use that as a toilet, although he probably would be preferred that he did. And I use our Roots and Shoots product as a encourager or a growth encourager that will help the lawn repair quicker, because the reality is it's going to happen, and it's really about making sure that the damage is there for as low amount as possible, and also that, you know, if you can use the irrigation system to rinse it in, that it's not as bad. So Roots and Shoots is one of those, look, if I could only have one of our products available to me, it would be this. It's something that you could use, you know, monthly on your lawn. You can use it on your gardens. I use it on my hedging. It's an amazing product. So you could grab a bottle of this and pretty much put, so here they're saying put 60 to 100 mils per 5 to 10 litres over 100 square metres. Now we're going to be going quite light. So I'll probably go with a 20 mil or even 10 mils. I do encourage you to always follow the label, but I will tell you that Roots and Shoots, even like if you put it out raw, it's not going to harm your lawn. So this comes in a pack with this measuring cup. I'm going to put in 20 ml into a watering can and fill that up with water. Now some products, if you put water in this aggressively, they'll agitate and they'll get foamy. Roots and shoots isn't a massive issue. The other thing I want to note is that roots and shoots is probably the only product that we sell that I would allow or I guess recommend that you could apply using a watering can. Because it's such a gentle product, the accuracy is not as much of a concern. We get a lot of messages from people who have put out roots and shoots with wet and it's burnt the lawn. It's because of the wet, not the roots and shoots. So being careful. Now, you can see there's one here that started to repair. This is one that I've already done. So that's an older one and the grass is starting to grow back through those dead areas. So I'm not concerned about that one, but I will do the ones over here. If you can hear the dog barking in the background, that's Sarge. He's not a fan of gimbals, which is what Dylan's holding the camera with. So all I'm doing is treating, and you could do this with a pressure sprayer if you want. And to be honest, if you haven't done your lawn for a while, you could probably do the whole lawn and it's going to benefit from it. And what this will do, it will encourage the roots and shoots, the key is in the name, to fill in these areas. And obviously if you've got sun, like we do at the moment, the rest should take care of itself. The turnaround on the repair is obviously going to vary from site to site. Kikuyu is probably going to repair quicker than a Tiftuf, and that's probably going to repair quicker than a Buffalo. The reality is there's this kind of graph of I don't want to mow my lawn much versus I need my lawn to repair quickly. And the lawns that repair the quickest need mowing the most, which is the lawns that people tend not to buy. They want a slow growing lawn. So I expect that within 2 or 3 weeks, these will be almost back to normal, provided he doesn't go in the same spot. But if you're not getting enough sun, it's going to be slower. And obviously if you get a lot of sun, it's going to be faster. It's the same with our fertilizer. You know, on the packet, it says it lasts, 8 to 10 weeks, or 10 to 12 weeks. If you're watering more often and you're getting good weather, it will last less and you need to apply it more. But yeah, I'm hoping within a couple of weeks, these will be good. And that's my secret weapon. So if you're interested in finding out about roots and shoots, it's obviously on our website. If you've got questions or you're kind of a bit stuck, don't hesitate to hit us up. So obviously we've got YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. There's a direct message thing on our website, Facebook Messenger. There's not a million, there's about 6, but you get the point. Send us a message. We're here to help. We do get busy, but we will get back to you eventually. And obviously if there's content that we haven't made that you want us to make, let us know. There's probably stuff that you want updates on, like I said at the start and probably in the middle and now at the end. I'm busy. I'm just doing the best I can to keep this lawn good. But that's the end of the mini reno. This is 16 days. I think I was trying to get it from 0 to hero in 25 days. If you will probably post the update for that as a separate video or as just on Instagram. So if you haven't subscribed to our Instagram channel, do that. And that is it. Keep it green. I'm out.